Hi Hope Church, my name's Zanna and I'm going to share with you a little bit about where God has used bold prayers in my life. I am currently 30 weeks pregnant in lockdown, which is very interesting and not at all what we envisaged, but here we are. This will be our second baby, but it's my third pregnancy. Back in June I had a failed pregnancy, which turned out to be ectopic, but for a long time we didn't know that. It was just pregnancy of a known location, so it required me to go to Telford every 48 hours for blood tests and for scans to try and locate the pregnancy so that they knew exactly what they were dealing with and how to resolve it safely. Now, it ended up with my hormone levels being so high that the doctors were scared that I just might explode at any moment. So they kept me in overnight, which was very unexpected for me. And it was my first night away from my daughter, which was really, really difficult. But with a view to just going to surgery in the morning, because they were fairly certain it was ectopic, but they didn't know where it was. And they were fairly certain that surgery was the only way forward. Now that night I just could not sleep at all. I was not at peace. I was researching everything. I was praying to God about it all, and just I wasn't ready. I needed to know where it was before I was ready to be put under the knife, basically. So when the surgeon came in the morning to brief me about surgery, I just declined it, which might seem really foolish, but going against the medical advice, but I just was not at peace at all. So I came home for another 24 hours. I went back to hospital the next day for further tests and scans. And while I was sat waiting to go into the scan room, I was just praying so strongly that this would be the scan that showed us where the pregnancy was. But I just got this really, really strong sense that it wasn't enough for me to just pray on my own. I needed to pray in the room with the sonographer. And I know this was from God, because ordinarily I wouldn't just pray in front of random people, particularly, medical professionals with all their knowledge and everything. But I just knew that I had to do it. I just felt so strongly. So when I got into the room, now every other scan had just been one-to-one, me and the sonographer. But this time there was two. There was the sonographer and there was a trainee alongside her as well. So I'm thinking, okay, God, bad enough that I'm going to have to do this in front of one person, but there's two people now. Thanks a lot. So I got on the bed and I just said, look, before we do this, I really feel that I need to pray. And they wanted to give me some privacy so I could do that. I was like, no, I feel I need to pray kind of with you. And I shared with them a bit about Psalm 139. And if you're not familiar with that psalm, it talks about how God knits us together in our mother's womb. So basically, even though we couldn't see, he knew exactly what was going on in my body. He could see it. So I just simply prayed after sharing that God would reveal to us and allow us to see what he sees, what he saw. Oh, dear me. And it was quite emotional for me. It took a lot of boldness, I tell you. And there's a lot of risk involved in that, isn't there? I've just prayed this prayer in front of people, and if we don't see anything now, God, I'm going to look like a right idiot. Plus, I was emotional, I was welling up, and just a right state. And what they must have thought, I don't know. But we went ahead with the scan, and just like every other time, we couldn't see anything. They were trying every which way to locate it, couldn't see anything. So the trainee went to the back and started writing up her notes, and the sonographer was about to stop the scan, and she just moved slightly. I said, oh, there it is. and she could just make out this like fuzzy donut shape on the screen. But sure enough, there it was on my right side, not in the room, definitely ectopic. And just the sense of relief that flooded over me. Oh, dear me, that thank you, Lord, we've seen it, we know where it is. And I just had such a peace then, and full confidence that surgery was the way forward, that they knew where it was and they'd be able to remove it safely. So later that day I went into surgery and obviously survived and was fine.